Now Texas, and let me just say this, I love Texas. Last November, I drove through the state, El Paso to Dallas, shot up north towards Norman, Oklahoma, and I loved everything I encountered. I love the weather, I love the people, I love the food, I love the atmosphere. Texas is a big state with big personalities, big cars, and right now it might be known for big power usage. Yes, big power usage, as to its credit, the Electric Reliability Council of Texas, otherwise known as ERCOT, has been able to meet record peak demand so far in June, this despite tight grid conditions last week. And now analysts as well as state residents are beginning to question whether or not the reliability will stay the same during the hotter months, mostly in August. Now last week, ERCOT asked Texans to reduce power consumption for 1 week, citing potential record power consumption for the month of June and forced generation outages as the reason for the request. Now 2 days after the appeal for power conservation, ERCOT said that, in quotes, reliability of the grid remains strong during record demand, and said that its request to conserve energy during peak hours between 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. continued through June 18th. But now concerns are making more headlines because just last week on Thursday, peak demand in Texas broke its June record with a peak demand of 69,957 megawatts, which is higher than the previous record of 69,943. And yes, that's just a slight bit ahead of the previous record, but at the same time, the all-time high peak demand in Texas was recorded back in August 2019, and that was 74,820 megawatts. Now, if there are no forced generation outages for the rest of the summer, ERCOT is expected to have enough margin on the power grid to meet expected peak demand of 77,144 megawatts. But now residents as well as analysts are growing very concerned about the state of the Texas power grid, especially since ERCOT managed to ask for conservation so early in the summer, in the middle of June, when you know temperatures are going to continue to rise. So the real question is, will Texas power grid be reliable, or will we see an eventual shutdown? Only time will tell. Keep an eye on those headlines. And for Modern Wall Street from the New York Stock Exchange, I'm James Swinney.